ओके, ठीक है, फिर ज्वाइन करेगा तब। एचओडी सर आज इतना लेट से क्यों किया क्लास, कुछ बोला जाए? Okay, so good afternoon, student. We will start. Okay, it's already late. See, so this is your new topic. Okay, which is the program evaluation and review technique. Now, this is your fourth kind of project management technique. The first was your bar chart. Second was your milestone chart, modified bar chart. Also, it is also known as modified bar chart or milestone chart. Then came your network diagram. Under the network diagram, there are two portions. Okay, first is critical path method, CPM method, and the second portion is your program evaluation and review technique, which is nothing but the PERT analysis. Okay, so in network diagram we need to do analysis for CPM and for PERT. Okay, so there are two techniques basically. Now, then what is the difference between these two things? Okay, both are the management technique only, project management technique only. That is how we need to plan a project, how we need to schedule, and how we need to control. Okay, if there any error occurs in the project, then how to control those things. Okay, this is the main motive of a project management. So in order to get the obtain those objectives, we are following this network diagram technique. Okay, so till now we have learned whatever we have learned that comes under the CPM method, that is the critical path method. So today we will start new technique, which is the PERT analysis. Okay, so we will learn definition of PERT, then we will discuss what are the time estimates. Okay, what are the time estimates in the network PERT network diagram. So these are optimistic, most likely time, and pessimistic time. What are the definition? What are the differences between these three time estimates? Okay. Then we will deal with the difference between PERT and CPM. See, these two are two different things, but both are the network diagram only. So we will see where both of these are applicable. Okay. What is the main differences between these two things? Difference between PERT and CPM is very important. Okay, not only for your theoretical purpose, but also in MCQs also several questions will be coming from this topic, difference between PERT and CPM. Okay, and in the last we'll be discussing some parameters which are related to the PERT analysis, that is expected or mean activity duration. Why this it is called mean, we will see. Okay, why it is described as a mean or average duration. Okay, so time duration in the PERT analysis, it is basically the average or the mean duration values. Okay, whereas CPM there will be only one fixed value, one fixed arrow, right? This is an arrow. This letter A is nothing but the denotation for this arrow. This arrow is the activity, and beneath here we will write what Dij, whether it is 2 days, 3 days, whatever. Okay, so it is denoted by Dij. So in case of CPM, only one time estimate value is provided, whereas in PERT we will deal with 3 time estimates. Okay, so this is the main difference. Here we are getting 3 values of time, whereas in CPM we will get only single value. Okay, so why such things are occurring? So we will discuss this also. And lastly, we will be discussing what are the formulas for standard deviation and variance. Okay, so this today we will discuss these topics. Now comes the definition of PERT and CPM. Okay, see, in most of the project, the activity times are not known with certainty. That means, say for example, there are the construction project is there. Okay, one is research and development. Yeah, research oriented project is there. Another is the construction project. Now, can you tell me which one uh, is more familiar to you? Which one will be more familiar to you? Research and development project or the construction project? Which one is more familiar, or we can say
Construction.
yes, construction, right? If you gain experience in that project, then you will be able to say, okay, similar type of project will take this much time to complete. Okay, so construction project is what? It is a repetitive kind of work. Okay, whereas research and development is what? It is new kind of work. For any person, it will be new to him or her. Okay, whereas construction, if you gain knowledge, then it will be it's like a known work to you. Okay, so you can easily tell, okay, if I get, so say for example, building a construction of a building. If you construct a building, and after few more experience, same type of building you are given to construct, then what happens? You will have that knowledge. Okay, this much time has been taken in the past year, so I can assume that we will take same amount of time for this project also, because both the project are similar or familiar, right? So that kind of work comes under CPM. Okay, for analysis we need to follow CPM in construction project. Whereas in new is uncertainty in the completion time. Okay, in the completion is uncertainty. We don't know how much time it will take, whether it will take more time, whether it will take less time. Okay, we don't know anything about it. So in such projects, we will be using PERT analysis. Okay, see, in most of the projects, the activity times are not known with certainty, and they might be assumed as a random variables. In such cases where activity times are not known, then PERT can be used for planning, scheduling, and controlling. That means for project management. Okay, we can use PERT analysis. Okay. Whereas CPM, what we do basically in CPM, it deals with the calculation or determination of the project duration. Okay, and there we are determining some critical path. That's why this method is known as critical path method. Okay, now comes this one. See, in PERT, there are basically three types of the time estimates need to be provided with an activity. That means for a particular activity, we will be given 3 time in case of PERT. Whereas in CPM, we have provided with only one Dij, which is your one duration value. Okay, but here PERT, you will get 3 values. Now, what are those three values? First is optimistic time estimate, denoted by T suffix O. Second is most likely time estimate, TM. And third is pessimistic time estimates, TP. Okay, so TO, TM, TP are 3 time estimates which will be attached with or which will be provided for every activity. Okay, for all activity we will be given 3 time estimates. So these are those time estimates. Now let us go to the definition. What is optimistic? Optimistic, it is basically the minimum time. Okay, it is the minimum time in which an activity can be completed. How? Why it will take minimum time? Because all the conditions will be under favorable. That means you will have enough labor, you will have enough resources, you will have enough money. Okay, you will have enough manpower. So you can easily do that activity as early as you can easily complete that activity as early as possible. So it will take less time if everything is under your control, everything is under your favor. It will take minimum, right? Say for example, in what is most likely time? Most likely time is when everything is under normal condition. That means you have enough manpower, but you do not have enough resources, or we can say you do not have enough money to spend. Okay, but you have enough manpower. Okay, so in that condition, what is the time required to complete an activity? That is called the most likely time. Okay, for normal days, in normal cases, that time is called most likely. Now comes the pessimistic. Pessimistic is what? It is the maximum time. Why we are taking maximum time, more time? Because we do not have enough resources, we do not have enough manpower, we do not have enough money. That is, everything is under unfavorable condition. Okay, it is not under in favor to us. Okay, it is under unfavorable condition. That's why it will take maximum time to complete that activity. So that time is known as the pessimistic time. Now tell me, what is the relationship between these three? It will be and the maximum and in the middle. Like this. If we write like this, then what we will write here? TO, TM, or TP? Here and here. Which suffix we have to put? These are the suppose 3 time estimates. Okay, so, and this is a relationship. Now tell me, which estimate will come here? TO, TM, or TP? Which is the smallest
TO.
value? TO,
TO, ma'am.
optimistic. Okay, minimum time. Then comes average or normal days. Okay, M. Then comes P. See, this is the relation which you may face in your MCQ's problem. Okay, in MCQ they may ask you like this: what is the relationship between these things? So you have to identify the correct relationship. Okay. Now, see, in part we will be getting 3 time estimates. Now let us see what is the difference between PERT and CPM. This topic is also very important. Okay, you will get in theory or in MCQs from this topic. Okay, see here, definition or meaning. It is the technique to plan and control large scale projects. Okay, for large work we need PERT analysis, whereas for small scale project or routine project, say for example maintenance work, okay, repairing work, all these things what we are doing, we are using CPM. Now orientation means it is event oriented, whereas it is activity oriented. You have to keep it in mind. In MCQ they will ask you which among the following is event oriented, PERT or CPM. Your answer should be PERT. Okay, whereas vice versa in case of CPM, that is it is activity oriented. Now comes what are the condition or nature of this activity. In the PERT network diagram, the activities are probabilistic. That means it is not, it is uncertain. Activities are uncertain. We don't know the exact time, how much time it will take to complete. We don't know that exact value. Okay, so that duration is uncertain. That's why activity is probabilistic in nature, whereas in case of CPM it is deterministic. Deterministic means it is fixed. We know it is certain. Okay, so activity duration is fixed. We can identify the completion time of the project as, why? Because it is kind of repetitive in nature. That means construction work. Okay, everywhere same kind of project is occurring. Okay, we are dealing with every same type of problem. That is what, that is same type of project in construction work. That is, it is repetitive in nature. So we can say, okay, this kind of work will take this much amount of time. We have that idea, we will gain that idea with our experience, right? So now focus, where it focus only on the time part. Okay, whereas this focus in both the case, in time as well as in cost. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this focuses only in time, whereas this focuses both in time and cost. Okay, that means our construction, our CPM, with the help of CPM, we will be dealing that, we will be finding that our project should be economic. Okay, both in terms of money and cost. Sorry, time. See here, in time estimate, there are 3 time estimate, TO, TP, TM. Okay, whereas here it is only one estimate, which is DIJ. Okay, this kind of network diagram, PERT network diagram is suitable for high precision time estimate. Okay, where we need accurate amount of time estimate, accurate calculation of time. Let's say, for example, launching of a rocket. Okay, it is very critical project, right? Launching of a rocket is also kind of network diagram only. That means one activity will completed, then another will start. After that, we will start go for next activity. So it is also like a network. Okay, so and it is very high precision. Every single time is very much important in launching of that rocket, right? If anything error happens, then whole project will be a failure. Okay, and that loss will be huge in this case. Whereas in CPM, reasonable time estimates, okay, where there is no such high precision is required. In that case, we can use this network diagram. Whereas nature of job, it is non-repetitive, whereas this is repetitive activities. Okay, which is new to us, new works, new projects. So in that case, we are dealing with PERT, whereas in CPM we're dealing with repetitive type of projects. Uses research and development projects, as the activities are unpredictable, right? We don't know what kind of activities will take how much time, we don't know. Okay, whereas this is used for construction project. Why? Because it is predictable in nature. So these are the main differences between PERT and CPM theoretically. Okay, now in case of network diagram, we will see this is your PERT network diagram. It will look like this: PERT activity, an activity in a PERT network diagram, whereas this is the CPM network diagram. Okay, see, this is arrow. It is same. Arrow means activity, circle with the number means event. Okay, where here Dij is what we will get 3 values, that is TO, TM, TP. Whereas in CPM, we are only getting one single fixed time. Okay. And these times are not fixed. Okay. So this is the main difference between PERT and CPM. Here 3-time estimate, here single time estimate. Okay. And one question will be coming in MCQs, like in PERT activity, duration follows beta distribution. Okay. So this one you have to remember. Why? Because these are not these are not fixed, right? It is varying. So it is varying with the in a beta distribution form. Okay. Now comes the expected the inactivity duration in PERT. It is denoted by TIJ. In CPM it was DIJ. Now here in PERT it will be TIJ, capital TIJ. Okay. So how to obtain this TIJ? Now what is this TIJ? See, as the name suggests, it is the mean. We can say average value of what? Average duration. So here we are getting 3 values. Okay. Now instead of 3, we will convert this 3 single value, which is Tij. Okay. So and this is the expected of the mean activity duration. See? See, this thing has been converted to single value. Okay. Now it looks like a CPM network only, right? This was the PERT. Now it is similar like what? Similar like your CPM. Instead of DIJ, here it is TIJ. Okay, but it is looking like a CPM network. Now after this conversion, everything, all process, all numerical process, everything will be same. Whatever you have learned till now in CPM, same procedure you have to follow in PERT also. Okay, for calculating longest path, for calculating project duration, for calculating ES or LF. Okay, or for calculating your slack, whatever, float, everything same. Everything will be same. Okay, all procedure will be same. CPM only. Only difference is, see, first we need to convert this speed time estimates into the sequence mean activity duration. So how we convert it? So this is the formula for conversion. Okay. Tij is what? T optimistic plus 4 times of T most likely plus T pessimistic by 6. Okay. So this is a formula for Tij. Clear? Clear? Hmm? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now see. This Tij is what? This Tij is mean or expected time. Okay. This is average. But it is not the exact time. Right? This is not the exact time. Whereas Dij was the exact time. But here it is not the exact. It is what? It is simply the average of these 3 things. Okay. So what? There may be obviously difference between this Tij and Tij. Right? There will be difference only. So there will be some deviation. Now we have to calculate those deviations also. They will ask you to calculate that deviation, and it is denoted by standard deviation or sigma. Okay. So they will ask you to determine the standard deviation of the particular network diagram. Okay. So here for deviation, how we can denote sigma, and for variance sigma square. Okay. That is standard deviation square. So this is the formula for sigma, that is TP minus TO by 6. Okay. And variance is nothing but sigma square. Okay. So deviation formula is sigma TP equals to TP minus TO by 6, whereas variance is equals to sigma square. So this is the formula. Okay. Now they will ask you to determine the standard deviation. This was what? This was the standard deviation of each activity. Okay. So for example, here A activity. What is the standard deviation of this activity? Whatever P value minus whatever TO value divided by 6 will give you the standard deviation of this particular one A activity only. Okay. Now they will ask you the standard deviation of a critical path. Okay. See here. Suppose this is an event. This is an activity. Okay. This is an event. Suppose these are the events. Okay. And these are the activities. And suppose this was your critical path. Okay. This was your critical path. Suppose A, B, critical path consists of activity, 3 activities, A, B, and C. Okay. Now we have obtained the formula. There they will give you TP, TO, TM. TO, TM, TP, TO, TM, TP, TO, TM, TP for every activity, then we can easily calculate sigma of each activity. Okay, sigma A, sigma B, and sigma C. Okay, so these are the critical activities. Okay, these are the critical activities, and the path which they follow is the critical path. Okay, so now they are telling find out the standard deviation of the critical path. That means this whole path from this to this. What is the standard deviation? Simple. Is one formula. So formula is like this: sigma. Suppose that the standard deviation of the critical path is sigma CP. Okay, then sigma CP is what? Under root of summation of sigma critical. Okay, sigma critical activities square. Or we can write sigma I. Sigma I is what? It is the critical standard deviation. Okay, critical standard deviation of critical activities. So in this case, in this example, what are the critical activities? A, B, and C. Okay, and then therefore, what are the standard deviation of critical activities? Sigma A, sigma B, and sigma C. So for this example, it will be sigma CP, that is the standard deviation of this whole critical path, is equals to critical standard deviation square, critical activities standard deviation square summation, and under root. Okay, so it will be like this. See, sigma A, sigma B, sigma C whole square summation, then we will do square root. Okay, so this is the formula of critical path, standard deviation of critical path. Okay, we have seen the critical path, identify the critical activity, then calculate their sigma, and simply put the value in equations. Okay, so this way we can calculate the sigma CP. See, sigma CP, where sigma I is the standard deviation of critical activities along the critical path. Clear? So total there are 4 formulas. Okay, and everything will be same. Apart from this, converting all these 3 estimate into single estimate, that is TIJ. Okay, then we need to, they will ask you to derive the calculate standard deviation of all the activities. Okay, then they may ask you what is the variance of all the activities. Then finally they may ask you what is the standard deviation of the critical path in that network diagram. Okay, so we will solve one example, then it will be more clear to you. See, suppose consider the following PERT network. How you are saying that this is a PERT, not the CPM? How can you tell me that? How can you tell that this is? Yes, there are 3 values, right? See, duration in case of CPM, there would be only one DIJ only. Okay, one column for duration. But here, see, 3 columns are there for the duration. That is TO, TM, TP they have given. Okay, so this is your PERT network. Okay, so from this network diagram or from this table, they are asking calculate critical path duration of the network. Choose the correct option, and also calculate standard deviation of critical path, sigma CP. Okay, so duration of the critical path and standard deviation of the critical path. So we have to choose the correct option. Okay, so what will be our first step? What will be our first step?
TIJ ম্যাম প্রত্যেকটার চেঞ্জ বের
Yes,
করতে হবে।
yes. First, we will calculate TIJ. Why? Because we need to convert these 3 values into single value. Then only we can solve like CPM network. Okay. So first thing is to calculate the TIJ. So what is the formula of TIJ? Formula of TIJ was TO, okay, plus 4TM plus TP by 6. Okay, TP by 6. This was your formula. So for first activity, that is 1 to 2 activity, what is the value of TIJ? For first activity, TO is how much? TO is 1, right? Plus 4 into TM is how much? 2. Okay, then TP is how much? 3. So divided by 6, what will be the value we will get?
2.
2, right? 12 by 6, we will get 2. Okay, so here it will be 2. Similarly, we will calculate for all this thing. Okay, so it will be 6, I think. 7, 4, 5 plus 4 into 6 plus 7 by 6. 36 by 6, we will get 6. So like this way, we will all the TIJs. ठीक है? Simple, using same formula for the TIJ. Now after this, now we are getting, instead of Dij, here it is Tij. The activity and Dij is given. So can we draw the network now? See, if there only letter would have given only letter, then in that case the unit predecessor draw the network. Okay, but if they have provided like this, node to node, instead of letter only they have given node to node values. Okay, so we can easily use this for drawing the network. No need of predecessor. Okay, for predecessor, what happens? We need A, B, they will be given A, B, C, D like this, then their predecessor would be given, predecessor activities. Okay, but here no need of predecessor because they have given event to event. From which event your activity is starting and which event your activity is finishing. This is given to us. Okay, so you will easily draw with the help of this also. So if we draw, then what will be the case? See, first is your 1. Okay, 1 to 2. Okay, 1 2 2. So next will be 1 2 3, and next will be 1 2 4. Okay, so this is your 1, this is your 2 event, this is your 3 event, this is your 4 event. Okay, so 2 3 4. Okay, now next is your 2 to 5. That means from 2 event to 5. Okay, from 2 event to 5. So you can draw here 5. Okay, then comes from 3 to 5. 3 to 5. So it will be like this. Okay, 3 to 5. See, 3 to 5. Then comes 5 to 6. So 5 to 6. Okay, 5 to 6. Okay, then comes 4 to 7. So 4 to, suppose 4 to 7 like this. We will draw 4 to 7. Okay, so this is your 7. Then finally 6 to 7. So see, 6 to 7. So like this you can easily draw without the help of predecessor. Why? Because they have given end to end distance. They have already given. Okay, so this is your network diagram. Okay, now you can write the values. Okay, all these values you can put here. Where, say for example, 1 to 2 it is 2, 1 to 3 it is 6, 1 to 4 it is 5. See, now it is similar to CPM network diagram, right? So after this, all the process will be same. See, we have drawn this. Now they have asked you what is the critical path duration. So before that, we need to determine which one is the critical path. Okay. In this case, see, only 3 paths are there. In this case, it is easy. Okay, you can simply identify the path. Say for example, this is the first path. Okay, red, 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 red. Suppose this is the first path. Okay, now second path is suppose green. Okay, this, 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 this. Okay, and the third part is suppose this one and this one. So how many paths are there? 3 paths. Okay, so we have identified these 3 paths. So first path is what? First path is your 1 to 3 to 5 to 6, then to 7. What is the duration of this path? What is the duration? Please calculate and tell me. Second part is 1 to 2, 2 to 5, 5 to 6, 6 to 7. Okay. Whereas fourth part is your 1 to 4 and 4 to 7. Tell me what is the duration of this first red color path? Hello.
18, ma'am.
18, right? See, 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15, 15 plus 3, 18. Okay, so this is your 18. First path is 18. What is the second path? Duration? 2, 7, 9, 9, 5, 14, 14 plus 3, 17. This is 17. Okay. Then what is the last path duration? See, 1 to 4 is how much? 5. 4 to 7 is how much? 6. So 4, 5 plus 6, 11. Which is the critical path? Which is the critical path? First, second, third. Which one? Which is the critical path? First, second, third. Hello? Hello? Acha Tumra, hello. So
Ma'am,
tell
yes.
me which one is the
Yes.
critical path then?
1, 3, 5, 6, 7,
First one,
18, ma'am.
because this is the longest
On.
path, right? So our critical path is this one, red. Okay, clear? So we can from here now tell me what are the critical activities. See, this is the longest path, so we can say this is our critical path, and the duration of the critical path, your first question answer you got. Okay, so duration of the critical path is 18 days. Okay, so now tell me in this path what are the activities? What are the activities? See, 1 to 3, right? 1 to 3, then 3 to 5, then 5 to 6, then 6 to 7. Since this path is critical, activities are also non-critical or critical? Since this path is critical, so these activities are critical or non-critical?
Critical, ma'am.
Yes, so these paths are critical. Okay, so your second question was what? Calculate the sigma CP. Okay, calculate sigma CP. What was the formula of sigma CP? Sigma CP formula was square root of summation sigma I square. Okay, sigma I square, where sigma I is what? Sigma of critical activities. Okay, so no need to calculate sigma for all the activities. We will calculate sigma for only critical activities, and these are the critical activities. Okay, now what is the formula of sigma? What was the formula of sigma? TP minus TO by 6. Okay, TP minus TO by 6. So for this activity 1 to 6, what is the value of sigma? What is the value of sigma? कितना होगा बोलो? See, we need not to calculate sigma of all the activities. Why? For critical path, calculating sigma of critical path, we need only critical activity sigma value. Okay, so we have identified these are the critical activities. So only for these 4 activities we will calculate sigma, then simply use this formula. Okay, and the sigma formula is what? TP minus TO by 6. Now tell me for 1, 2, 3, what is the value of sigma? Similarly for 3 to 5, calculate sigma value. Okay, for sigma 5 to 6. Okay, 5 to 6, what is the value of sigma? Then for sigma 6 to 7, bolo. For sigma 1 to 3, what is the value?
1 by
TP is
3rd.
how much? For this TP is 7, right?
7.
7 minus 5 TO. 7 minus 5 by 6. Okay, that is 2 by 6, which is nothing but 1 by 3, and that is nothing but 0.33. Okay, so your answer is 0.33. Now for sigma 3 to 5, what is the value of sigma 3 to 5? See, TP for sigma 3 to 5 is 6, minus TO is sigma for 3 to 5 is 2. So T minus TO by 6, which is 2 by 3, right? We will be getting 0.67, 0.66 like that, okay, 0.67. Whereas for this, see, 6 minus 4, which is 2, 2 by 6, is again 1 by 3, which is 0.33, okay. And for the last activity, that 6 to 7, 4 minus 2 is how much? 4 minus 2, T minus TO is 2, divided by 6, we will get again 1 by 3, which is 0.33, okay. So here we will sum the values. Summation, they have taken summation, okay? That means 0.33 square plus 0.67 square, okay, plus 0.33 square, then again plus 0.33 square, okay. So simple like that. See here. See. You have calculated only these values, then substitute. Okay. After substitution, we are getting 0.88. Okay. So the duration of critical path is 18 days and option D, and the standard deviation of critical path is 0.88, which is again option D. See here, option D. Option D and D. Okay, 18 days and 0.88. They may ask you, another third question also, find the project duration. So for project duration, you need to calculate E values, and the last E value is the project duration. Okay, this thing I have done extra, but other two things will be like this. Clear? This last portion clear now? See, we have not calculated other activities standard deviation. We only calculated those activities standard deviation which are critical activities. Okay. This is the critical part. So under this part, these are the critical activities, and these are the values of standard deviation of critical activities. We will only use these values in this equation. Okay. So in the next class, we will discuss more some other numericals based on this PERT analysis. Okay. ठीक है? Is it clear? আচ্ছা, এই কয়েকজনই ছিলে তোমরা স্যারের ক্লাসেও? অনিমেষ?